mystery and the power of the cross. Now, remember I said in the book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 8 now, the Bible said that the Lamb was slain from the foundation of the world. So the cross was an internal plan. The cross was not just a moment in history that just coincidentally happened. It was not a coincidence. It was not just something that happened as a result of they just cast Jesus, grabbed him, and killed him. No, something happened. It was planned by God, because God, being the Alpha and Omega, before He created man, He already knew that this man would fail Him, and He had to put plan in place for Him to redeem this man. And the plan that was instituted by God for redemption was the cross. The cross was the plan. It was the internal plan of God. God had it in plan from eternity past, because He knew man would fail Him, so He had to introduce the cross. So know this: it was not for the fact that Christ was crucified. Those governors, Caesar and the rest, they passed judgment. It was not really because they choose to do that. It was already the plan of God. It was a plan of God to save humankind. It was already the plan of God in place to bring redemption unto man. The cross. Going back to the book of Genesis chapter 1, the Bible said, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And going further, I think in chapter 2 now, the God formed man out of the dust, breathed upon man. Man became a living soul. After man became a living soul, God gave man instruction: don't eat this fruit. When you eat this fruit, that day you shall die. Because eating that fruit, it was sin. And mind you, for anything to be trusted, it must be first be tested. Yes, I know we will ask ourselves, why did God put that fruit there? Why didn't that God just take that fruit from there? There shouldn't be a fruit there. But you see, for somebody to be trusted, he must be tested. This is what happened to the angels. When God created Lucifer, they had to be tested. And you see, 1/4 of God's angels fell because they all failed the test. So every creation of God must be tested. So that was why the fruit had to be there. Man had to choose. We had to know if man will choose obedience, if man will stick to God's original plan for him, if man would ignore Satan and really hold on to God. So the fruit had to be there, and man failed. Our last topic, one of the things we talk about when we're talking about the war within the soul of man, we mentioned that the greatest enemy of the soul is the devil. And it has not been today that the devil has been fighting the soul right from the forefathers, Adam. The devil kept into the garden, deceived the woman, and they ended up eating that which God instructed them not to eat. So they ate the fruit which God told them, if you eat this fruit, you die. So upon eating that fruit, man became a creature of sin. Man became sin in himself. And the Bible says that the wages of sin is death. Actually, when they ate that fruit, physically they were not dead from God. They didn't die. But spiritually they were dead, because upon creation, man was the zenith of God's creation, and he was made the ruler of everything on earth. So when they appear, the Bible was talking about when the sons of God appear in heaven, Lucifer also appeared. You see, when the sons of God appear, Adam was the representative of earth in heaven. When there is a summoning that let everybody gather, Adam is the one that do represent us in heaven. But after the man has fell, when the summoning was done, Adam couldn't appear. He couldn't show up. So that was one of the things that this thing happened. So though man didn't die physically, but spiritually he died to God, because it became impossible for man to be associated with God. Because man in himself became a creature of sin upon eating that fruit. Upon eating that fruit, he became, when you want to say what is sin, you just point at man. That is it. That is sin. And the Bible says that the eyes of the Lord, he cannot behold iniquity because of his holiness. So because of such incidents, God had to drive the children of the Adam and Eve now and his wife, God had to chase them out of the Garden of Eden. And because of that, God had to put plan in place. Because God, in one of his character, which we'll be talking about later in the course of this teaching, one of his character is love.